Hi, Gail. Demetrius here. So I'm not sure if you checked out that first video that I sent you. My apologies on that little mishap. But the the message in there in that video remains the same, right? Although you have an e-commerce store and not a brick and mortar or service-based business, right? When it comes to generating more traffic to your site, the process is essentially the same, right? You do that through original content and then optimizing your images, right? That's through file size of the images, the names of the files, right? Even that those things like that matter, right? So using specific keywords that you want to rank for, naming your files with those keywords helps, as well as creating alt text within those files. Those are some things that should you decide to work with me, I can go into deeper detail with that. But also loading page speed matters when it comes to ranking, especially e-commerce. Again, those are really the key takeaways is content, right? And I noticed you have a blog, which is awesome. There's some things that you can do with these blogs to also help you in ranking, right? And I noticed that whoever is creating these blogs, is doing some good things with linking and whatnot, and that's great. There's a couple other things that you can do to kind of maximize there, but also just small things, right? Like the page titles here, right? Like your home page title says, kind CBD lozenges and tinctures. Well, if that's not a highly searched keyword, you're kind of missing out on some space there, right? Where you could be gaining a little leg up on the competition by integrating keywords into that space versus your brand name. If people aren't necessarily searching for a brand specifically, or just not generating as much search as a keyword, right? But really, those are the key takeaways, right? Content and optimizing the images throughout your site. Also, just product descriptions, right? That's a space in e-com where you can kind of take advantage of content and being able to weave in some more keywords, so that those product descriptions are some important real estate to be able to take advantage of. And and then obviously backlinks or referring domains, I should say, which are essentially votes to your site. And the more relevant those those sites are, the stronger the votes that you get back to your site. And so when you combine all of those, that makes for a strong site that helps you build traffic, and in the eyes of Google become an authority in your space, which helps improve your ranking. And I kind of mentioned or showed in the previous video keywords and things like that, but here is a rough, and I just did it from highest volume to lowest, not necessarily rank position. But you can kind of see what some of the keywords that you are starting to populate for. Position over here, right, kind of shows where you're at. So, frankly speaking, people aren't going to the 7th page to look for any particular business. You could just base that off of your own consumer searching, right? How often do you go past the first page when you're looking for anything? Whether it's whether it's restaurants or a particular service. You need your house painted or fence built or anything like that, right? So the goal is to to start generating some more traffic and begin showing up for some of these higher search keywords and mainly buyer intent keywords, not necessarily just the amount of volume, but the buyer intent, right? Because that's when people are actually looking to make a purchase for that particular item, right? Versus just ranking for kind of like informational keywords, right? How to's and things like that. And that also makes a difference. I mean, it's nice to have those on there because it helps, build engagement and does help generate some traffic. But at the end of the day, if people that are wanting a specific product, whether it's CBD candy or things like that, they're going to type in those specific keywords, and that's where you want to show up because that's where the money's going to be made. So hopefully I was able to add a little bit of value there. Sorry for the mishap the first time, but mistakes happen. But look forward to meeting with you and Bobby tomorrow, and I'll talk more with you then. Thanks.